Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to a nice trip into the world of Minecraft Beta 1.7.2 to have a look at and play with the new Pistons which have been introduced. So I'm just going to load into my server. So this is the server I play in now rather than playing in a single player map, so that if I have friends that want to join and help with projects, I can easily invite them in. Now, that's taking a little bit longer than normal to log in. That's a bit worrying. So basically what I've got here is my world. I'm just going to see what time of day it is, and I'm just going to quickly reset the time so that I've got longer. What I'm going to do is just show you some of the things I've built and have a talk about the Pistons and what I'm hoping to happen and what I'm looking forward to with the Pistons that have been built in. So the first thing I thought about, the first thing I wanted to do when I had the Pistons was try and work out like an entrance system. So it was like a restricted entrance system, so I can see, for example, if I put a door here, that this is the entrance to my house, but I can't get to it because of the lava. Now ideally obviously I'd have built this all out of obsidian so that you couldn't break it, but this is just a proof of concept, and so hidden somewhere would either be the combination lock or the security system, which when I activate it, the Pistons will activate, pop up the floor, and then you can walk across the bridge. And then when you're in or when you're out again, you can close the door behind you, and the lava will repopulate. And obviously you'll get killed if you don't have the combination. So another sort of angle on the floor and the sort of doorway system, I was trying to work out how you could sort of create a three-tiered door if I wanted it to disappear into the floor. So this is a double piston system which pushes, well, it works by pushing two up. I needed a third piston. When you bring it down again, it's delayed so that it falls down in the right order, and then the gravel obviously follows suit. The problem I've got is I wanted to put a third one on top of that still, but the sticky pistons don't pull down more than the single block above them. So if this piston will pull this piston, and this piston would pull that block, if it was say a stone block, but that block would stay. So that block would come down to there and then just stay there, and that piston would come down, thus sort of voiding the point of it, which is slightly annoying. So I'm hoping an update will come soon that allows pistons to stack beyond 2, because I think that would be very useful and open up them for far more projects and more uses. So moving forward, so I've got a tunnel that obviously is a lava bridge, and then I wanted a concealed door. So this is a first sort of proof of concept sort of moving door. The problem with this is, in order to get it to work with 3 being pushed in and then pushed forward, I had to have all this additional circuitry, which kind of blocks the whole corridor thing and means that you'd be able to see the mechanism when you walked in the doorway, which isn't really ideal. So again, this is because of the problem with the way in which you have to power a piston, which I'll have a look at in a moment. Hopefully will be resolved in in an update. Oh, and I need so this is another example. So similar to lava, this is a water-based example. Let's hope I get the right one. There we go. And obviously you create a bridge. So this is all hidden beneath the water, and then I've delayed them so that they pop up in a nice order to give me a bridge across the water. So this is something that, again, a proof of concept that I built. So this was the idea behind this was a hidden hidden sort of torch, which when you want to light up a room, you hit the switch, pushes the block up, and the torch goes up, and obviously lights the room up. And then when you push it away again, you can sort of take the torch away. The problem is torches don't persist; they don't stay on top of the block. So when you activate the piston and move the block, the torch falls off. So again, this is a problem. You can't mount the torch directly on the piston, you have to mount it on a block. So you can get around this problem. You can use lightstone, but I didn't really want to use lightstone because obviously it would sit flush to the rock and it would light the room, and then you push it up and it would just still light the room, so it doesn't really have the desired effect, unfortunately. And then a second problem I've noticed, if I wanted to build a staircase, so I wanted the series of pistons to activate a series of different levels of stairs so that I could get up to a certain point. If I flick the switch, it goes up just fine. So I've got the stairs obviously up to the platform. They sort of work just fine. The concept's there, it does work. However, if I take them away again, the pistons don't track down. They don't come or fall back down because of the problem that I said with the gravel. it doesn't return from a single set. You need a complicated second delay around the back piston so that you get the desired effect, basically, so that when you turn it on it goes up first, when you turn it off again it comes down last. Unfortunately you can't do that with a single track and a single line, and it leaves you with quite an obvious stair situation where you're just going to be able to get up anyway. Okay, so moving on, and talk about like the problems I have with powering pistons. So here we have an example of two pistons, one on top of the other. If we turn the power on, we only power the bottom piston, so we need an additional power source to the second piston, so we'd need something like this, so that we can power the bottom piston and power the top piston separately. And the problem with that is it's not really ideal for creating a flush system. And then the problem we've got here is that it doesn't take power from redstone nearby, so you have to put the redstone to the top of it for it to work, which is a slight problem. But hopefully, again, maybe that will be resolved with the new update. So moving forward from that sort of door I had over there, this is the sort of second generation of entrance that I built using pistons. I have a third generation which I'm keeping secret just for now because it's part of something else that I'm working on, but I'm sure you'll get to see it soon enough. When you hit the switch for this door, you get a complete tunnel now, and it takes it all away, and it's can be completely concealed within a corridor environment. So if I had a corridor, I can open the door, walk in, it's all flush to the corridor, and I'm out the back. And it's all done with 3 different directions of pistons. So 2 pistons in the floor push up, 2 pistons in the middle push in, and 2 sets of pistons here push out and then forward, just because of that effect I quite like. And it gives you that completely sealed front door. It does require this sort of front end sort of facade to cover up those 2 pistons, but once again, you build that out of obsidian, and then no one can get through to your pistons, and you can get obviously through the doorway. This particular device over here, this is just a silly automatic loop mess about thing, which just uses a loop, powerful loop with the delays, and then just pushes and activates pistons just to throw some, at this point, glowstone up. There's no real point to that at all. It's just irritating. What haven't I shown you now? The last thing to show you, this is another slightly more complicated process to get a light. So I've got a hidden light stone. Now the gap does count as hidden. So if I wanted the light up, so I was lighting the room, move the top block, and then the light stone pops up, it's pushed out and popped up. And now to get it back down again, once again we need a different series. So we just reactivate in a different order, and it pulls it away, cover it over, and the light's gone and it's all dark again. So it's a nice sort of hidden light environment. Okay, well, it's just a quick intro into some pistons work that I've been doing just to get the concepts and try and get some proof of concepts correct, and hopefully maybe giving you some ideas of things you can build. So if you want to see how any of these contraptions are actually built in detail, please leave a comment, and I'll put a video up shortly just explaining how to build them. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed, and if you've not done so already, please subscribe. Bye for now, guys.